Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a great opportunity for this offense. He's out of bounds all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Special teams always play an important role in ball games, and it does right here from the jump. That's going to give the offense terrific field position for this opening drive.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First play is to the air. Hits his running back. And they're approaching midfield with that gain of 6. He's up to the 46.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. A quick throw completed out to the left. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On the ready.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Alert! Come on, come on.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he got what he could there. Call it about 4 yards on 1st down. Looking quickly here.
Trap 50, trap 50. Ready.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Ooh, a little bit of big gainers. They connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, we're seeing this more and more these days, mixing some deep looks into that opening script. Brock test all levels of the secondary. They held up there.
Yeah, and it's not going to be the last time this defense will be tested. This group likes to push the ball down the field. They answered the call that time.
And he's taken down at the 30.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
It'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Sticking to the air here. Completed to his running back. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Let's go. Nick, crack all 80. Go.
They'll run here on 1st down. Nothing doing on the outside there. No gain on the run. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They're throwing it. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that that prior incompletion. It's third down. They'll air it out on third. This one's caught. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing from the gun here. He's got it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was a highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, found the end zone as a result.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Rodgers throwing to start it off. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. It's not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Pressure coming, Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds the rookie from Kentucky. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll throw again. Rodgers rolling left, buying some time. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third and long for him here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
The coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
Okay, ready?
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Back to 60, back to 50. Cowboy 8, Cup 19, Cup 19.
Throwing now off the play action. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. push them back for second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Caught by his back. And they don't get the stop until he reaches that 25-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is down to the 30-yard line. A pickup there of 39. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Working on first down. Complete out to the right side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Escapes the pocket. He can run it. Running in the red zone. He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles soaring to an early lead. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. This will end up as a touchback.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is first and 10. Now here's Rodgers. He's got a screen to the running back. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Here's a quick pass, cut outright. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Here's first and 10 from the 47.
47-yard line.
Rodgers from the gun. Short pass brought in. Gets it to the 15. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a one-score game in the first half. on one more. The Packers take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. He's brought down just inside the 25. Philadelphia settled to and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Bronco 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready, right?
Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one's cut on the left sideline. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
Here we go. Buffalo 18. Let's go.
To throw here on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Leonard Williams applying the hit there.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
60 Eagles. Mustang Knights. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll throw 3rd and long. It is caught left side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Come on, come on. Hey.
They're going play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
The Eagles take a 13-point lead. This guy has been a nightmare to deal with all season, Brock. And I'm not just talking about the ground game. He actually just set a new single-season record for receiving touchdowns by running back with that one.
Pretty awesome. You're already worried about stopping these guys on the ground. That's a full-time job in of itself. But oh, by the way, he's also one of the best pass catchers and the top option in the passing game. You create mismatches with a weapon like this, and he just set an all-timer.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Returning it from the 4. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled. At the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
cutting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Looking right, and he finds it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Buys time, rolling right. Has a man downfield, it's Jennings. And this is all the way to the 13-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. Looking for his wide receiver there. So 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Completed left side there to Jennings. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a one-score game in the first half. That one right down the middle. And the Packers cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
On the ready.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Bronco 80, Warrior 17.
Airing it out to start this drive. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Air it out on 3rd. On the move, headed right. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Here we go, set.
at the 47-yard
Viking
line.
18, Viking 18, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Pass play coming here. Completed to his running back. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
18, 19, Tiger, 19.
They go play action on 1st down. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
79 Broncos. Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 tight, 19, ready.
Looking to throw here. Flush out now to his left. Now he takes it. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Packers secure it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Cut for big yards on the right side. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
First down. Here's Rodgers. Fits it through the middle. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. Give him 25 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Escapes out to the left. Has it along the sideline. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's an excellent job getting the completion.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. They'll run here from the gun. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Timeout taken by the Packers, their third and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions, 79 Broncos. Take over.
Rodgers to throw. Chased out to his right. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Mustang 19. Set ready. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Third and long for him here. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. They can go to the locker rooms tied if they put this through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers tie this game at 21. So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Let's go.
The tight end going in motion right.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
He's back to throw. And he'll just throw it away and send us Brock into the break. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
30-yard line.
Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. To the air on first down. Rodgers connects on the crosser. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down throw here by Rodgers. Hits his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A give now from the gun. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Now here's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
Here he goes, third and long. Forced out to his right. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Got a man downfield, this is Jackson. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. To the air now on first and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And for one of the few times this game, Brock, the target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on third down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
They'll throw, third and long. Brought in right side. And the hit is made, so they bent to the competition, but they didn't break, Brock, as they force this fourth down. Back to throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looked like an eagle flew in and was first to the ball. They're going to maintain possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
Looking now from the gun. Going all the way to the end zone here. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Third down from the gun. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This one's caught. And the defense escapes. And a nice run going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Buying some time right. Looking out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. He's got it at the 24. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike block as he's set out. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. Caught, nice gain left side. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles cut it to 1 late in the 3rd.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie us up 28 all. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He stopped on a run back of the 27. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Getting out to his left. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
On 2nd and 10 now, Rodgers. Absolutely fires this one right side. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he will get this inside the 30. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Finds his back complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. That one right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Packers Jackson now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
On the jump.
This, our last play of the quarter.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line.
Get it. Fix the eagle. Fix the eagle. Good.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Completed to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He's got a man left. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
Back to 60. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 2. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing it again here. This slide puts a bow on this play after a game of about 6.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Offense to the line fast. From the red zone on 1st. He's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie this game 35 apiece. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up. So we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Blitz coming for Rodgers. Complete out to the right. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Rolling left, buying some time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. New set of downs for him and starts at the 38. First down throw here by Rodgers. He rolls to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem? Defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's third down and long.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Panther 11! Panther 11!
He'll throw it. Has a man downfield. It's Jennings. They're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. Handoff now out of the gun. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Viking 18! Buffalo 18! Cougar 19!
To throw is Rogers. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
Looking to throw it. Rolling out to his left. Pass brought in by Jennings. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop? We're playing the same guessing game that defenses are on those kind of plays. Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time, QB did a terrific job finding that outlet.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Set! Let's go!
They go to him again. And he's still going backwards as they get him behind the line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
And goal to go.
Set! Hawk 7, go!
Complete on the option. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers jump in front late. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go! Set! 60!
Now there's the flag. It looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
Viking 18! Let's go now! 19 Lions!
He'll look to throw it. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it into the red zone as he reaches that 20-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too.
Roll! Tag! Hawk 70! Ready!
Hand off to the back. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
And they got there in time. He's taken down. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line.
60 Bobcats! 19 tight! Steady!
To throw. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Packers will be set up in the 20-yard line following that interception.
So they're in danger of going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Comes for big yards on the right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Quick to the left, it's caught. He has the Packer first down, and Brock, that should be enough to win this game.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. They did it! He made the interception! And the Eagles were looking for some kind of miracle at the end. They nearly got it, but this game is over. So this is a Packers win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for my partner Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.
in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. I'm Middle Caesars with the extra chetty. Extra style, extra flow. Trip for sale, like 5 below.
Yeah, in the club now like I'm Diddy. Counting these notes like I'm Nitty. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya. Said JVB is the future.
Palace backpack, Nike snapback. Break truck, stop playing hack sack. All gas, whole lot of motion. Headbang, whiplash, past the moat train. Sauced up, fits on 10. Yankee fitted, even in my bed. Small town boys up next to bat. JVB make it get slapped. It's so rugged. So right. It's so rugged.
Yeah, hey, down with my brothers. Brothers from another. Even if I wasn't, treat me like a cousin. I'm from California. Speak a little southern. Cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with. You don't want no beef with.
Talk to me wild like they ain't try to be down like when y'all 12 you wasn't trying to be Kyle. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gap is so big it can see my house. Then again, my view is too stupid, bruh, for real. Don't forget about who really do this, bruh, for real. It's so rugged.
Killer Cali, go closer. You like a lot of to the flipping in the holster like it's supposed to be closer than your chauffeur, Costa Nostra. Stick up to your nose, this rolling stone and no loner. California, ill as pneumonia when we confold you with that villain's aroma, pilling out, spilling all your feelings out on the cone, they chilling out. Ice grilling my mouth, shout out to soldiers, not pulling the out to show you, but your brains over the rover. They put a coat over the stain, cause for the day we whipping your rain, fold you hitting the bank. Don't forget that the game colder than polars. California bears take your chain off for ya, because out of all of you squares, I'ma yeah, put it in the air like the motor hit the roller.
Ball like yellow on leaves. Ball like an all-white shirt, no sleeves. Tell her, put it like me. Blowing a coffee, to sleep. You weak, chic. The weather, look at the boots, fleet. Headache, got a hook till she give me a headache. Send me a text, I ain't reading no essay. Fall back here, get fall back here, get back. I know as long as you get really listen, I don't mean to call you up, cause I don't know that. And if I never call you again, that mean you throw back. We only met once, but we like we go back, way back. Run it down, we on track. But you can never ever be my man. You a whole snap, you said it on your IG page. I ain't say that, like say that. Lay back, in the back of the Maybach. Play that, you see J that. I be in the streets like a straight rat. I will never be with a ring, cause he ain't finna take half. I be on my kid, one girl, one side, in a dope. Sending me a text like she misses. The only way she getting back in it. Fall back here, get back, do-do-do. Fall back here, get back, do-do-do. Fall back here, get
ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L, catch a plane. I'd probably you before I your chain. Switch it up, it's rap, pixie dust. Money ain't to us. Broski went and you better fix her up. I just bought a crib to a chick, she got the biggest. And when I saw your sister rat with the fishing hook, listen up, I've had to hit the cup. So if I swing my fist, you going in, so wish me luck. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been stocked up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's half time, she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no left. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little bushy run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, made that. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm ready, the check coming heavy. I bought them made busy, no this ain't a Chevy. The king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like keys in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid and just being honest. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it. Boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then I boy, if you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah, I just pull up to the crib and then I
7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up, this we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free out, make it hotter. 2 a.m. we ended up at Live. 3 a.m. we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Spin. Make our own, we don't follow the trends. 100 on our own expense. Only live once, so we so. Let's take. Don't miss. Pour them all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips. More time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment.